Hi everyone, it's Misty. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I have a card featuring a stamp set by Mama Elephant called Three Amigos. And I'll share with you how to do a distress ink background by masking off certain areas and also some Copic coloring. This video ended up being quite long, like it usually is when I Copic color, so I had to speed it up quite a bit. I'm hoping it's still going to be pretty easy to follow though. So I'm going to start off by, I stamped the cat, and I'm using the mini Misty here. So I stamped the cat first, and then I put masking paper over it. I used Simon Says Stamp masking paper. And then I am stamping the other two critters, the raccoon and the fox. Now, I really didn't need to mask the cat. If I would have put them any closer together, then that's when I would have needed to mask it. But I just masked it anyway because I wasn't sure. I think maybe the whiskers went over each other's, but I really didn't need to mask off the cat in the middle. You always want to mask off whatever you want in the forefront. So like if they would have been closer together and I masked off the cat, then it would have looked like the cat was in front of the other two. Before I forget, I'm using Nina Solar White cardstock 80 pound here, which is what I usually use for my card fronts, and then I use the 110 pound for the card base. So I'm just using the Hillside Border by Lawn Fawn here to cut the masking paper for what I want to use as the grassy area. And then the top part I will use for the sky, which I almost forget to put the masking paper over the grass to do the sky, but you'll see that. So right now all three animals are covered with masking paper. I'm going to do the grass first. So I put down the largest piece to cover up the entire sky. I'm doing the grass with mowed lawn, and then I'm going to add in some peeled paint in a bit. I started out with a mowed lawn and it was just too bright. I really didn't want it that bright, so then I moved on to the peeled paint. So I always start off the paper first on my craft mat there, and then slowly work it onto the cardstock. I'm still trying to get the hang of the distress ink. I always end up with big circles, so I always start off light and then work my way up darker. So now I'm just adding some more of the mowed lawn. Peeled paint is kind of dark, so I added the mowed lawn to brighten it up a bit. And now I love taking off the masking tape. I love seeing, how crisp that line is. So that's the grass. I love using distress ink. Now, so I started doing the sky, and then I shortly after realized that I didn't put down the masking paper to protect the grass, so that could have ended badly. So I hurried up and put on that masking paper, and then I'm just going to continue to do the sky. I'm using tumbled glass for the sky, and always remember though to clean off your craft mat before you move on to another color. Otherwise you'll cross-contaminate. And you always want to be careful removing the masking paper because it can tear your paper if you remove it too quickly. So just pull away from the image and pull it away slowly. So I'm using Intense Black dye ink from Simon Says Stamp. That's what I use for the animals too. And you can see on the top right, there's many little cute little sayings on this stamp set. So it says, "Happy birthday, I love you," and then it says what they said. I thought it was adorable. I love the little messages, they're so cute. All right, I decided to add some fun foam onto the back of my clouds just to puff them up a bit. I don't know why I made that sound like a question, but the clouds die is called Scribble Clouds by Poppy Stamps. And now I'm going to move on to the Copic coloring. Now this is what takes me so long. I am such a slow color, it takes me forever. So that's why I had to speed it up so much. For the fox, I used YR04, YR07, and YR18. And then for his little hands and the tip of the tail and the bottom part of his face, that is E000. And then for the cheeks, I did R20 with a little bit of R30 just to kind of blend it and soften it a bit. I don't know if you just heard that paper ripping sound, but that's my cat behind me. He gets in my Simon Says Stamp card kit box, and the paper's still in it, so he has to rip around it a little bit before he can turn around and lay down in it. It's so weird. Anyway, so you have to kind of be careful, or at least I had to, with that fox, because I kept going over and over the color, trying to get it the color I wanted. And if you go over it too many times, you're going to oversaturate it and it's going to bleed. And you really don't want that. So you just have to, be mindful of how many times you're going over it. And, the more you practice with Copic coloring, the more you'll know how far you can go before it gets to that point. Wow, look how fast this video is going. I wish I could color that fast. I'm slow at everything I do, though. Everything. I don't think I could be fast if my life depended on it. And I don't think I've ever said my why of why I do these videos, so I'll share it with you now. When I started out making cards about a year ago, I couldn't find many videos that that broke down everything from which colors, which Copic markers, everything. And I'm sure they're out there, I just couldn't find them. Or the videos that I could find, they were too advanced for me and I didn't understand a lot of what they were talking about. So, I just started doing these because now that I kind of know what I'm doing, I want to share with anybody who doesn't know. So, I don't know. Hopefully someone will watch this video and find it useful. That's what my hopes are. And I don't sit down. I don't practice my cards 3 or 4 times before I record. I usually sit down with a stamp set and I just go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. And, that's why I include my mistakes. I edit my videos, obviously, so I can do these voiceovers, but I don't ever cut out my mistakes. I want my bloopers, not bloopers, but just my mistakes to be included. And, I usually learn something from my mistakes, so I like to include that in my video. But I never practiced before. And maybe I should. Maybe my video wouldn't be so long if I actually practiced before I sat down into these videos, but I never have enough time to make a card more than once. Alright, moving on. Now I'm going to color my adorable little raccoon, and I'm going to use N0, N2, N4, and N6, and then R20 and R30 for his little cheeks as well. I love raccoons. I think raccoons are so cute. We used to feed them out of the palm of our hand at my dad's house. I know, crazy, but we did. It was very cute. And some of the, I mean, there's so many things you can do with these guys. I've seen, if you Google this stamp set, you know, you can add balloons to their hands, you can add hats. I did another card where I stacked them on top of each other. And, you know, I Googled the stamp set and I saw someone, I think, cut the hands out and then the paper that they're holding and made it kind of like a 3D, look like they're holding the paper actually out. It was really cute. So if you have the stamp set, you should definitely Google it. And Pinterest is always a great place to find inspiration too. But there's a lot of fun things to do with these guys. You could add little hats to their heads, you know, birthday hats or something. I know this video is getting kind of long. I think we're a little over 10 minutes now, and I try to get my videos down to 10 minutes is kind of my goal that I want to, you know, cap it off at, but I just can't seem to do that when I Copic color or any of them. I just can't seem to get them down to 10 minutes, but I do try. One of my most recent videos, I tried to do it in 2 parts. I did the background in one video and then the Copic coloring in another video. And, you know, then I'm asking people to click on a whole separate video, and I just don't know how realistic that is. So I am trying to keep my videos down to a decent time because I really want you to watch them to the end. So hopefully the more I do it, the better I'll get at knowing what I can cut out and what I should leave. So I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to cut them down. Just hang in there with me. I'll get there. If you've gotten this far in the video, I commend you and I thank you for hanging in this long. All right, let's get moving on this. So my last little character there is this cute little cat, and I'm going to color him with wire 12, wire 21, wire 15, and for the cheeks again, I'm going to do R20 and R30. And then the stripes, I did YR27. If you don't have all these markers that I list, obviously you can substitute any ones you don't have for something you do have, and you can usually always make it work. That's one of the many great features of Copic markers. I need to venture out and try some new color combos for my kitty cats. I always use this same color combo. I guess if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it, but I think I really like these colors. That's why I keep using these colors, but maybe it's because I have 2 orange cats. I don't know. But I'll have to play around and try to come up with some other cute color combos. So I just had to refer back to my iPad. I have, I don't know if I've said it in this video, but I use Evernote for all my cards that I've made. I take a picture and then I list what markers I used, which distress inks I used, and so I'm just referring back to a different card where I had a cat on it to, you know, get the Copic numbers right. I love Evernote. I don't know what I'd do without it. Alright, so here is my final card. All I've done is I attached some fun foam to the back of the card front, and then the border you see there is also from Mama Elephant, and it's called Framed Tags Madison Avenue, or Madison Avenue Frame Tags. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go, but. And then I just used some dark green cardstock to use behind the whole little scene here. And that wraps up my card for today. Oh, and then I just add some Winka Stella to the clouds. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, click on the subscribe button. Before I go, I just want to add that below there are 2 videos that you can click on, both featuring some Copic coloring, and the one on the left has some ink blending as well for the background. So I hope you will check them out. Thanks a lot. Bye.